Thank you very much. Thank you. And hello.
Hello, my friends. Hello, it's Matthew Street. Welcome to my channel. As always, I appreciate you being here. Folks, have you ever had a day start off one way and you thought you knew what the day was going to bring you, and then by the end of the day, the whole thing was flipped on its head, turned upside down, and you ended up with a completely different outcome to the day than you thought? Well, folks, that happened to me on my Tennessee road trip vacation with Mrs. Street, which I'm doing a series of videos about, and I hope you'll check them all out. First one was yesterday. I talked about my trip to Buc-ee's. Well, today is going to be a special one, folks, because this one takes place in Nashville, a place me and Mrs. Street wanted to visit so bad. So much music history in Nashville, and one of the things we wanted to do was see the Grand Ole Opry. Folks, the Grand Ole Opry, whether you're a big country music fan or not, and I'm not like the biggest country music fan, although I do like a lot of country artists. I wouldn't consider myself a country music enthusiast, but I do enjoy a lot of it. Now, the Grand Ole Opry is celebrating its 100th anniversary. It started in 1925. At one point, it was even at the Ryman Theater in downtown Nashville. Remember, Ringo at the Ryman, famous theater. But it is now in a new location, and it's been there for about 45, 50 years or so. Correct me if I'm wrong. Celebrating, as I said, the 100th anniversary. Now, this was the Grand Ole Opry in the 100 years. It's a live music radio broadcast that came out of Nashville, showcases famous singers, country artists, bluegrass, gospel, folk, Americana. I mean, all kinds of different music. Hundreds and thousands of visitors to the Grand Ole Opry every year, and millions more listen to the radio broadcast and the filmed video broadcast of it, millions around the world. This is like big. If you're into music, whether you're into country music or not, you have to agree with me that the Grand Ole Opry is huge, and being part of it and playing on that stage is like the ultimate as a musician, as a musical artist. Well, Opry membership, being a member of the Grand Ole Opry, is kind of like being a member of the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. If you can get membership to the Grand Ole Opry, it is like the crowning achievement of your career, especially in those genres of music I mentioned. There's maybe 225 plus members of the Grand Ole Opry out of how many thousands of artists have played on that stage? Only 225 or so, give or take, have been inducted as members of the Grand Ole Opry. Now, I've got a list here I wrote down over here just because I couldn't remember them all, and I couldn't name all 225 plus. But I just picked out some of the big names that jumped out at me that are members of the Grand Ole Opry. Okay, you ready? Want to hear it quick? I'm going to go fast. So, Pee Wee King, Bill Monroe, Minnie Pearl, Hank Williams, Chet Atkins, Ray Price, Hank Snow, Marty Robbins, Slim Whitman, Johnny Cash, George Jones, the Everly Brothers, Patsy Cline, Loretta Lynn, Willie Nelson, Connie Smith, Dolly Parton, Reba McEntire, Randy Travis, Roy Clark, Garth Brooks, Alan Jackson, Vince Gill, Emmylou Harris, Marty Stuart, Diamond Rio, Brad Paisley, Carrie Underwood, Charlie Daniels, catch my breath, Blake Shelton, Darius Rucker, Crystal Gale, Carly Pierce, Don Schlitz, and I'm going to tell you about Don Schlitz in a minute because you're probably saying, Don who? Hang on. Steve Earle is the newest member. I'm going to tell you all about that. And Kathy Mattea is due to be the newest member inducted in October of this year. Now, as you know, we took the trip to Nashville and Tennessee and Memphis. And while in Nashville, we both, Mrs. Street and I, wanted to see the Grand Ole Opry. So we were just basically, we were staying only a few miles from the Grand Ole Opry, and we said, well, let's at least go see it, get pictures of it. There's like a little mall area with shops and stores there near the Grand Ole Opry. We'll check that out, have something to eat, drink, and maybe we'll get a tour of it or get to see the inside, take some pictures. Well, then I looked up the shows. I said to Mrs. Street, I'm just going to, for the heck of it, see who's playing there. I know they say there's a lot of people at the Grand Ole Opry. Let's just see who's there on the day, or if there even is someone there on the day that we're going to be there. So when we got into town, I looked it up. And the night that we were available to go see the Grand Ole Opry, my jaw dropped to the floor, folks. I look up the events list, the calendar list, and the night we were going to go, I see it's the it was called the Opry 100 Member Induction Ceremony of Steve Earle, the newest member, September 2025, the great Steve Earle. Anybody? Steve Earle? You heard of Steve Earle? Big name. And get this, on the bill with Steve Earle getting inducted into the Opry, Connie Smith, famous country singer, started in the 60s, 70s, took some time off to raise her family, came back to it. She's a member of the Grand Ole Opry. Deana Carter, or Deana Carter, I think is the way you pronounce it. Marty Stuart, I know Marty Stuart. Steve Earle, obviously. Don Schlitz. Now you might be saying, who's Don Schlitz? Don Schlitz isn't really a famous artist in his own right as far as a performer. He's a famous songwriter. He's a member of the Grand Ole Opry for his songwriting skills. He has written countless big country hits for big-time country artists like Randy Travis and on and on and on. Probably his biggest well-known hit that you might know is he wrote The Gambler for Kenny Rogers. You know, you got to know when to hold them, know when to fold them, know when to walk away, know when to run, you know, all that good stuff. He wrote that song, big crossover hit for Don. So he was there. Emmylou Harris, who I love, you know, one of the country artists that I love, folk, country, Americana, and the great Vince Gill. Can you believe it, folks? My luck. Being there with Mrs. Street and seeing what was on the bill the night that we were going to be at the Grand Ole Opry, I said, Mrs. Street, I've got to look this up and see if there's any way to get tickets to this. She said, oh, sure, I'd love to go to a show. She likes some country music, too. Folks, they had some tickets left in the balcony, but it's like an amphitheater type place, so there's no real bad seats. And folks, I did it. I plunked down the money. They weren't super expensive, but they're, you know, a little pricey, but we're on vacation. You only live once. How many times am I going to visit the Grand Ole Opry? So I went for it, and I got us 2 tickets for that night's 100th Opry 100 member induction of Steve Earle ceremony. I couldn't believe my luck, folks. I could not believe my luck. So we get down there, and I saw one of the most amazing shows, an amazing list of artists I have ever seen. Mrs. Street loved it. I loved it. We left there walking out on cloud 9, having seen the legends we just witnessed for this Grand Ole Opry performance and induction of Steve Earle, who I have a couple. I'm not like a mega Steve Earle fan with all his CDs, but I got a couple of his albums that I truly love. Folks, I'm going to do right now is I'm just going to show you some video I took. All right, and then I'll be back on the other side. So sit back, relax, enjoy these few minutes. Might be, you know, I'm not sure. It might end up being like 10 minutes or so, but enjoy these video clips of the artists that were there, and I'll be right back. Love you. Bye-bye. Well, hello, everybody. As a bonus, I thought I'd do a quick video and let you know that I am at the Grand Ole Opry in Nashville, Tennessee, continuing my little tour here of one of the greatest states in the Union, Tennessee. Welcome to Nashville and the Grand Ole Opry.
Nashville, Tennessee, Humana is proud to present the Grand Ole Opry. Let them hear you around the country and around the world. And kicking off the show tonight, a 60-year member of our Opry family and a member of the Country Music Hall of Fame. Will you welcome the great Connie Smith and the Sundowners?
Welcome to the Grand Ole Opry on the 100th birthday. We're so proud to be here. We got a great show. I can guarantee.
Deana Carter.
Hello, hello. What a special night. It's always a special night to be up here and stand in the circle. Beers and wine is what I thought I would find when I came home from working tonight. Well, now here I stand over this frying pan, and you want a cold wine again. I found these new heels in my nails, and my hair done just right. I found this new dress was a short bed for romance too.
Award winner. He's a member of our Grand Ole Opry family since 1992, and in 2020 he was inducted into the Country Music Hall of Fame. Would you welcome Grand Ole Opry star Marty Stuart?
Thank you, Charlie. You guys picked a really good night to come to the Grand Ole Opry. I'm telling you. There's so much love in the room backstage for Steve Earle, our man of the hour. How about him? You look, Steve. If you look down through the 100 years of the Grand Ole Opry, welcome to the Grand Ole Opry, Steve Earle. Family.
I got everybody that I wanted to get. They let me, invite people that, I got everybody that I wanted is here tonight. And Marty was way at the top of that list. And he made, this is by his request. And we're gonna do this one here. 2, 3. Just when every hope was gone, I should have known you would come along. Can't believe I ever doubted you, my old friend, the blues. Another lonely night, the name's done. Sleep don't take me first. You'll come around. I know I can always count on you. My old friend, the blues. Lovers leaving friends let you down. You're lonely
come a turn about twice a year. 500-pound east is through line. Everybody knew he made moonshine. Now the revenue man on the grand out of bed, headed up a hollow and everything had. For my time, but I've been told, never come back from Copperhead Road. Ole Opry band, y'all.
Steve is my captain. We have done so many shows together. He's been my friend. He's been an inspiration. Such a fantastic songwriter. And maybe you heard Marty intimate. Marty said everything I wanted to say, but and he did it playing a guitar at the same time. But I've known Steve for so long, and I know that he went through the fire. But he came out with his sense of humor, his intellect, and his humanity, not just intact, but even stronger. And Steve, I'm so proud to know you. And I can't think of a better way to begin the next 100 years but with these words. Steve Earle, congratulations on becoming the next member of the Grand Ole Opry.
This is a really big deal for me, and I did campaign for it, I have to admit. I'm just a pilgrim on this road, boys. I'm just a pilgrim on this road, boys. I'm just a pilgrim on this road, boys. This ain't never been my home.
Sometimes the road was rugged along the way,
boys. Sometimes the road was rocky along the way, boys. Sometimes the road was rocky along the way, boys.
I was never traveling alone. We meet again on some bright highway. Songs to sing and tales to tell. I'm just a pilgrim on this road, boys, till I see you fade away. Ain't no need to cry for me, boys. Ain't no need to cry for me, boys. Somewhere down the road you understand. 'Cause I expect to touch his hand, boys. I expect to touch his hand, boys. I expect to touch his hand, boys. Put a word in for you if I can. We meet again on some bright highway. Songs to sing and tales to tell. But I am just a pilgrim on this road, boys. Everybody. I am just a pilgrim on this road, boys. I am just a pilgrim on this road, boys. Till I see you fade away. Everybody, I'm just a pilgrim on this road, boys. I'm just a pilgrim on this road, boys.
On a train bound to nowhere, I met up with the gambler. We were both too tired to sleep, so we took turns staring out the window at the darkness. The boredom overtook us. He commenced to speak and he said, "Son, I made a life out of reading people's faces, knowing what their cars were by the way they held their eyes. And if you don't mind me saying, I can see you're out of aces. And for the taste of your whiskey, I'll give you some advice." So I handed him my bottle, and he drank down my last swallow. Then he bummed the cigarette, and then he bummed the light, and I got deathly quiet. His face lost all expression. He said, "If you're gonna play the game, kid, you gotta learn to play it right. 'Cause every gambler knows that the secret to surviving is knowing what to throw away, knowing what to keep. 'Cause every hand's a winner, every hand's a loser, and the best that you can hope for is to die in your sleep. You got to know where to Nash, and so many more. And we're proud to say she's a member of our Grand Ole Opry family, and she did a fantastic job on that induction earlier tonight. Would you welcome back to the stage the great Emmylou Harris.
Boy, what an amazing night. I'm just so proud and happy for my dear friend Steve Earle. Truly has been an inspiration to me. I have other people who've inspired me a lot. One of them is George Jones. So that I stole a few songs off his record and tried to make them my own. This is one of my favorites. Dressed in black, be a hobo on the railroad track. I'll be gone like the wayward wind one of these days. One of these days it will soon be all good and dry. I hope heaven says to go nothing inside. I remember I snuck you into the Grand Ole Opry once, a few years ago, right? So, all right, Steve's going to start the song. Not too fast. If I needed you, would you come to me? Would you come to me? What is my pain? If you needed me, I would come to you. I would swim the sea. Would ease your pain. Well, the nights hold on, and the mornings with lots of love, and you'll listen right if you close your eyes, and that will break my heart in two.
He's with the Eagles. You may have heard of them too. He's been a member of our Opry family since 1991. Will you welcome the great Vince Gill?
Thanks, everybody. What a great night. Thank you for turning out and honoring our friend Steve Earle. What a sweet night. Glad to be a part of it. Glad I got invited.
Ponytail, the kind of
Can you believe it? Emmylou Harris singing with Steve Earle. Vince Gill out there. At one point, they're all out there singing with Steve Earle. Marty Stuart, Steve Earle singing together. Connie Smith, country legend. Deana Carter, country legend. I couldn't believe my luck, folks, seeing these legends out there performing together and inducting Steve into the Grand Ole Opry. Anyway, folks, I had to share this with you. I said, when I was going on this trip to Tennessee and to Nashville and Memphis, I said, I've got to take some video. I've got to take some pictures. So, folks, I really hope, you know, in celebration, too, now the video's almost over, I got my Grand Ole Opry trucker's hat I had to buy. I love this thing. Had to get that. I got a Grand Ole Opry shirt here, which I love, with the American flag. But you know what? You know, I got the Opry 100, or no, Grand Ole Opry trucker's hat there in distressed mode. But you know what? Right for the end of the video, I'm going full country, baby. Full Matthew Street country. Because I went to the Grand Ole Opry and I saw the legends. If you've never been to the Grand Ole Opry, you need to go. Try to go. Hit Memphis. See Graceland. Hit the Grand Ole Opry. Hit Music City, USA. Whatever you want to call it. But I was there and I loved it. Mr. Street loved it. Hope you enjoyed this video. And I will see you soon with another Tennessee Matt road trip video. Stay tuned. Love you all. Bye-bye.